I've often said when you put two great people together who can sing, perform, and are known to the Latin world throughout, but not so much this side of the water as they would say in Ireland, but still need to be appreciated for the talent they are, then Andres Calamaro from Argentina and Mon Laferte are the two people that you do put together musically to produce something rather special. I'm going to today give you a little bit of bio about Andres Calamaro, but leave out Mon Laferte because I've done other reactions with quite a bit of detail about her. So look for my other reactions and I'll give you details about Mon Laferte. But I will keep it brief about her. She is Norma Montserrat Bustamante Laferte, a Chilean musician, singer, composer and painter. And she's known for her music versatility, having composed songs in a wide variety of genres such as pop, rock, bolero, cumbia and salsa, and today she sings bolero. In the 2010, she gained acclaim for her melodramatics and captivating stage persona. So that is a synopsis of herself. Let's go to the main man himself that did a duet album with many Latino stars, and one of them was Mon Laferte. I wanted to feature her again, but it's an added bonus because in a way, by looking for another song from Mon Laferte, and then I came across this duet, I've now been introduced to Andres Calamaro. So bienvenida a mi channel, mi musica channel, Andres, and to all his fans as well. All my videos are in over 32 languages and they're all in Spanish, so please check out for that. But Andres Calamaro Marcel is an Argentine musician, composer and Latin Grammy winner. He's considered one of the greatest and most influential rock artists in Spanish. He's also one of the most complete artists for his wide range of musical styles as well, including funk, reggae, ballads, boleros, tangos and jazz. His former band Los Ricos was a major success in Spain and throughout Latin America, mainly during the 1990s. However, he's a multi-instrumentalist and became one of the main icons of Argentine rock, selling millions of records to date. So that's the man himself. What is the song? Tantas Veces, which means in English again so many times. He released at the end of 2021 in the album Dios los crea, made from duets with artists from all over the world: Julio Iglesias, Vincentino, Lila Downs, Alejandro Sanz, Leon Gieco, Rafael, Milton, I have to say this, Nascimento and Julieta Yukon. So many came on that. Originally composed and recorded for the album Bohemio around 2013, Tantas Veces now has been transformed, as you will see, and I love the black and white images I'm seeing. It's been transformed into a delicate bolero with Mon Laferte. In the video, we see them in a Rhymphonic studio located in Buenos Aires, sharing a magical moment from the chemistry that was generated by their meeting. There you can see Calamaro contemplating Laferte, almost enthralled while she sings the first verses in the song. Already I'm looking forward to. And then between the laughs, the two can also be seen going over the verses of the lyrics. And there's a tender scene in which they hold hands. In addition to the microphone and the necessary equipment to record, the environment is also completed by a mat and a thermos, infallible allies in the domestic routine of El Salmon, and a little stamp of a mortal, Osvaldo Pugliese. I hope I pronounced that properly. Mucho perdón if I haven't. The quintessential anti-mufa of Argentine and world musicians. Mon wears a bullfighter jacket in this video, and Andres can be seen without his characteristic black glasses. But in the image I'm going to create, you'll see him. He's very famous for his glasses and the hands in photos. At the end of the clip, the singers merge into a hug, and you can see how the tears escape from Mon Laferte's eyes. And when it's all over, he warmly applauds her. The direction of this video was in charge of Vicente Linares, who is also usually in charge of the visuals in Calamero's recitals. So that is the background. Let's get going. Let's hear. Enjoy. I'll give you my analytics of the lyrics straight after.
Dicen que cuando hay amor no hace falta pedir perdón, pero yo ya pedí perdón tantas veces. Dicen que el corazón es un músculo que necesita acción. No puedo negar la razón algunas veces. Dicen que primero hay que saber sufrir para después amar, para después partir. Dicen que en su destino inconstante solo el gaucho vive errante, donde la suerte lo lleva. Perdón, vida de mi vida. Perdón si es que te he faltado. Por mí saldría el sol todos los días. Por mí no existirían heridas.
Voy a tratar de mostrar mi mejor estabilidad, pero dudo de mi virtud en el equilibrio. Dicen que para escribir es indispensable sufrir, y no puedo quitarle razón a tantos poetas. Algunos se encierran solos por 40 años. Los daños son las tintas de su lapicero. No puedo evitar la suerte, como no puedo evitar vivir. Prefiero sonreír todo lo que pueda. Perdón, vida de mi vida. Perdón si es que te he faltado. Por mí saldría el sol todos los días. Por mí no existirían heridas. Perdón, vida de mi vida. Perdón si es que te he faltado. Por mí saldría el sol todos los días. Por mí no existirían heridas.
Dicen que cuando hay amor no hace falta pedir perdón, pero yo ya pedí perdón tantas veces.
Absolutely beautiful, I have to say. Now, sorted that out, because always the videos at the very end, because I'm breathless almost after that, I allow the video to jump, so I excuse that, but not excuse the feelings I have. I saw a lot of jazz influences. They turned what was from his Bohème 2013 album of a rock song into a bolero type song. And congratulations, Felicidades, Los Dos, and also Felicidades to Mon Laferte, who recently got married. Well done. That's what my research says. Maybe she got married a couple of years ago, but my research didn't tell me when. But anyway, it's down to the song. Let's get into these beautiful, beautiful lyrics. Oh, I feel so relaxed after that. I have to say it's wonderful. So it begins, the song Tantas Fitas, so many times, verse 1. People say when there's love, it is not necessary to ask for forgiveness, and I already ask it in so many ways, so many times. It continues, people say the heart is a muscle that needs action. I can't deny reasons sometimes. So it's very true. It's just a love ballad almost. It's a personal love ballad, because when you think Andreas Calamaro wrote it, he probably had written it for his wife and his feelings about her. But equally, it can be about me, my partner, you, your partner, somebody you love from a distance. It can be about anybody. And it's true when they say there's love, it is not necessary to ask for forgiveness. And when it says, and I already asked for it many times, maybe it's a case of Andreas saying, look, in the past, I've taken you for granted. I've done stupid things. I've said stupid things. I've acted in a stupid way. But because he loved his wife so many times in his career that she's forgiven him throughout her time with him, it's almost like it's a ballad for her from the heart to say, thank you. And when I asked for your forgiveness, you always gave it to me. And hey, that's love. And when he continues saying, people say the heart, it's a muscle that needs action, it does. We all need love. We all need it to keep going. We need our heart to be filled with it, for us to breathe, to relax, for the mental stress to go. We all need love. And that's why I picked this song, because when I read the lyrics, I thought the world needs love at the moment. We've just come from COVID. The whole world's under stress. People are suffering health-wise, mental-wise. So I thought the lyrics speak in so many different directions about love to the heart. And it said, I can't deny reason sometimes. There's no reason when you give in to love. For example, when you, maybe after 20 years, present flowers to your partner, and the first thing I know, if you did that, people would say, what's happening here? He's guilty about something. But you just can't deny reason sometimes for doing things out of love. And that's the beauty of these lyrics. I just love them. It continues, people say you need to learn to suffer, to be able to love, to be able to leave. People say in their inconsistent destiny that the gacho lives wrongly where luck takes him. You do need to suffer in life to appreciate love from a person. Even if it's with the person, you need to go, marriages, remember when people get married, one of the things is, and do you marry this person for better or for worse? We also, all those people who get married say yes, but when you take on a relationship, even if you're not married, you say yes to love because you love that person. You don't see them as bad or good or indifferent. You just love them. So your journey begins with love. And if it goes up and down, it usually comes around and it ends with love. And then when he says to be able to leave, you need the love, you need to suffer to leave the past. That's what he's talking about behind you and move on with your future. People say their inconsistent destiny, he says, that the guacho lives wrongly. Now, you are Spanish. I'm not too sure what that means. So maybe you can leave a comment and tell me what in Mexican or Chile or Spain or whatever Spanish-speaking country, you could tell me what guacho means when he says that the guacho lives wrongly. Maybe is it, I'm wondering, the devil inside where luck takes him. So it just means when you're walking your road into the future, you never know which path to take when you're at the crossroads. And it really is about instinctive luck. And I think you end up in a good place. You end up being forgiven if you've done bad things in life because of a strong person and luck comes into that. You were born lucky to have that person. It continues. Sorry, life of my life. Sorry if I failed you. If it were up to me, the sun would come out every day. If it were up to me, wounds wouldn't exist. So he's apologetic about any verbal harm he's done, any upset to let's say it's a homage to his wife. So I'm going to interpret it as a homage. And his way of cleansing his soul, but being glad that he found love with her. And I believe Andreas has a son, and they had a child, and he got through it all. Because people say in writing, suffering is indispensable. In writing, and I'm an author, yes, suffering is indispensable. You learn to put your feelings onto paper, and it's a good way of cleansing the soul. What's in the pit of your stomach comes out, because what the eyes see, the heart feels. And he finishes, I can't argue with so many wise poets. Andreas, you're a wise poet yourself, and you're singing today with Mon Laferte, who's also a white poetess, we can call her. It continues, some locked themselves for 40 years, the damages in the ink of their pen. I can't avoid luck, like I can't avoid living. I'd rather smile as much as I can. In other words, that smile got him through the bad times, that smile gets him through the good times. And even in the video when he smiles, even though it was black and white, when I saw Andreas smile, I thought, what a beautiful smile he has. It warmed up the video, if that makes sense. He resonated with warmth, and you could see it between Mon Laferte and himself. Even when they gave each other a hug, like she was welling up. It was like the love they have for each other, and for music, for everything. For songs, the songs that they wrote. She can relate to him, he can relate to her. It was a beautiful combination to sing this song. And as he said, I can't avoid luck. Would you want to, here's a question, Andreas, would you want to avoid luck? You can't avoid it. You married the person you did, you had a son, and you're very happy. God blessed you. And I'd rather smile as much as I can. And in that video, we did see that, because you're at a good point in your life where you can look back and say, I did it all. And now I look forward to what's to be. He continues, sorry, life of my life. And I love that phrase he's dedicating in homage to his wife. Life of my life. I always say you have a heart and your partner has a heart. I always give up half of my heart in a relationship, and I expect half of their heart in return. And in my mind, when you put them together, the two hearts beat as one. And especially when some people say love of my life, he says life of my life. And he apologizes in this, sorry if I failed you. If it were up to me, the sun would come out every day. If it were up to me, wounds wouldn't exist. And he repeats that. Well, that would be beautiful. But hey, Andreas, you come into this world crying and you leave this world crying. It's the truth of life. He finishes now with, people say when there's love, it is not necessary to ask forgiveness. And I already ask it so many times. I think I would dispute that and say this, that when there's love in a relationship, it's not necessary to ask for forgiveness. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Andreas does it through his songs, his lyrics, his actions. There's many ways to do it. And simply the best way of doing it is just saying it from the heart. And if you do that and always say when you're sorry, you're sorry, your love will last forever. So that's my interpretation of the lyrics. And I hope you liked it. Thank you everybody for listening. Take care.